Hi everyone, I am live in Quebec today, coming to you with another live as always. Today we're looking at this is by the way, haven't presented myself and I had a friend that mentioned it, so I want to present myself in the beginning of my videos. April Kelly, I am your tarot advisor. I've got some real exciting stuff for you today. So we're going to be looking at what a tarot spread is. Now, I'm more or less equipped like as I usually am because I'm in Quebec visiting family. I'm going to be going to one of my very close friends' wedding. And so I'm going to deal with what I have today. I'm just going to bring this back a bit so I have a bit more space. Awesome. So I am using once again the Lightseer Tarot deck today. And I also, just because I always have it, I have my Sacred Destiny Oracle deck with me. And I have the neighbor's Chihuahua talking to me while I'm on my video with you guys. So tarot spread is basically, let's look at what it is first, and then I'll show you. And so what it is basically, let's say someone comes to me for they want personal clarity. They're trying to figure something out that's not clear in their own lives, right? Not necessarily in their love life, not necessarily in their work or study life or whatever within the other relationships, but like for themselves. So, one of the spreads, I've made a few spreads myself. One of my favorite spreads is called Unlearning Self Beliefs. And I don't know if it'll, oh, there you go, you can see it. So Unlearning Self Beliefs on my phone. Okay, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, right? And so what's really exciting about this spread is, as I can show you, if you look at keep card number 1, what self beliefs keep me from living? What self beliefs keep me from living fully in the present? All right, so I'm just gonna share this with you. Okay, and I called it obstacle. So that's the card number 1. So if we go back to here, okay, card number 1 is this one right there. Okay, and so I'm going to read them out to you, and then I'll like show you afterwards as I've shown you already my screen. So the card number 2 is origin. So what did I start believing? Did I start believing this about myself? So after the obstacle, right? What self belief keeps me from living fully in the present? Well, the next one after that is, when did I start believing this about myself? Okay. So once again, deep diving, getting uncomfortable, facing the more fearful, vulnerable parts of who we are, right? So thus when did I start believing this about myself? So card number 3 is the block, right? How is this belief limiting my growth, right? So we're kind of getting a little bit deeper, going in and trying to, peel away the layers and get to the heart of what's going on, right? Then the shift, right? We've gotten deeper and everything, and now we want to be able to like rewire, reprogram it. So what self-belief will allow me to grow, right? So that's the shift. So that's card number 4. And the last but not least card is the fruition, right? The result. How will this new belief lead me to my abundance? Okay. So we need to believe it inside of ourselves first, right? And that's why how will this new belief lead me to my abundance? So I'm going to show you, I showed you card number 1. Now card number 2, the origin. When did I start believing this about myself? Right? And then if we go to number 3, right, the block, right? And so how is this belief limiting my growth, right? And then we go to the shift. What self-belief will allow me to grow? So we have identified what's going on, and now we want to change it and replace it with something that will serve us more. Sorry about that. Then we have the card number 5, the fruition, right? How will this new belief lead me to my abundance? Okay. And so the reason why it's important for me to show you what a tarot spread is because I truly, strongly, strongly believe that tarot one of the reasons why tarot is so misunderstood and seen as, oh, you're going to be a seer, you're going to be looking into my future, I don't want anything to do with it, or you're going to dig into my past. It's not necessarily that. You have people, and I've looked at the different types of tarot readers with you in one of my previous videos. But what a tarot spread really helps is it helps zero in on what specific type of clarity you want in your life. So it could be a love tarot, a love reading spread, right? So a spread that will help you get clarity. Often it's in your romantic life, but a lot with yourself as well. And then you'll have another tarot spread that will be more like I said, like the self growth, right? The getting to the heart of what's going on inside of ourselves, right? Then you'll have, let's say, a career. Like, I'm not sure where should I be putting, making. I have a few choices in front of me. What should my decision be? What should I be doing there, right? Then you'll have what other kind of reading can I give you the example of? Let's say a relationship. It could be a relationship with someone. It doesn't have to be in love, right? It can be like, what's going on? Why am I having a hard time with A, B, C, D, right? Uh, why is this relationship either so difficult? Why is this person triggering me so bad? Etc. Etc. So I'm just giving you an example of the different types of tarot spreads there can be out there. Now, I gave you an example. I don't want to get you too confused. Now that we know, like, let's say the tarot spread that I just shared with you, unlearning self beliefs, right? So then I take my cards, right? And pull my cards. And from that, once I pulled my cards, I can actually read into them. So this card will be, for example, the card number 1, the obstacles, right? What self belief is keeping me from living fully in the present? And so the card will help me truly identify what that is in my client's life, right? Or you for yourself. It's if you're pulling cards for yourself, it will really help you get clarity, which is beautiful. What else? So then and then it's the same thing for every card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of do a mock, really quick pulling these cards. I guess I'm going to do the reading for me because I'm the only person that I really can connect with. But I'm just kind of doing like a practice reading. It's not necessarily to go in depth. Okay. I'm just going to give you an example of what these cards can be. So I'm going to ground myself, make sure I'm ready and I'm connected with my spirit guides and my people in the spirit world. And I'm prepared to do an example reading of a tarot spread for you. So card number 1. That's a card number 2. That one came popping out. Now, no, it's not true. See, that's another card popping out at me. Ooh, interesting. So another card flipping out at me. So one of the reasons why I keep the cards that kind of jump out at me is it's, for me, it's from in my readings and the way I read my cards, it's always a little nudge from my spirit, from my people in the spirit world and my spirit guides. They're like, yep, this one, let's take this one. So I've got one more card to go. And there you go. Last card jumped out at me. So if I'm just gonna go over the cards again. So card number 1, I'm gonna flip it. It's the obstacle card. What self-belief keeps me from living fully in the present? So I have the Queen of Cups. Now, funny, Queen of Cups is one of those really spiritual, emotionally balanced cards. So, but if we it could be that we need this type of personal connection, right? The person needs that type of personal connection and emotional, making sure that they're taking care of the relationship with themselves, right? Because this is what she is. She's very comfortable. She's very connected, very intuitive right now, very looking on the inside for her answers in this card. And the water represents the emotion, right? Cups is the water is connected to the suit of cups. It's the elements. All the other suits, the three other suits, right, have the fire, earth, and air. This one is the water, just as a reminder. And so here, probably it's saying, well, one of the things that the obstacles is that you're not really connecting with yourself and taking care of yourself and having all of that beautiful intuitive looking on the inside for your answers and whatnot. Sorry for the buzzing. We have construction going on nearby. So there you go. So this is probably the card number one. That's one of the ways, or like probably my reflex would be, or I'll probably ask a question just to see what's going on in that personal relationship with the person. So card number two would be the origin, right? So let's try to get a bit deeper, right? When did I start believing this about myself? So I'm going to flip the card. Ooh, Nine of Cups. Once again, another Cups card. Really, that's interesting. So once again, personal relationship. I think it's a theme. Cups is water, and as you can see here, she's like, you see the water line here. She's underneath the water, so very submerged. And I have a feeling that there's like one of the ways you can interpret. Let me say this properly. One of the ways you can interpret this is that you have, let's say, it'll be there's a very childlike quality about this card. There's a very allowing and letting go of. And so it could be in a very innocent part of that person's life where things were, their cups were full and something happened. And it was no longer this, right? It went from the abundance, happy go lucky to the limiting belief. And what happens to them that they were no longer in this energy? So that's card number two. I'm just giving you approximate interpretations of the cards, right? So card number three would be the block, right? How is this belief limiting my growth? And so we have, Seven of Swords, very appropriate. Okay, it's a very sneaky. It can be like a thief in the night, behind your back. It can. So how is it limiting your belief? Well, it's a subtle thing, but at the same time, it's very destructive. And this is one of the how can I say the most in the tarot deck. If you're looking for a card that is devious and dishonest, and this is the card. Okay, and so there's one of the ways you can interpret this is that the person needs to get real with themselves and get straight and look at the things that are toxic and that are not serving them in their lives anymore, the people that are in their life that are not serving them, that are not helping them move forward. Look at the activities or the things on their schedule that are no longer serving them, and that they need to get rid of, and they need to eliminate from their life so that they can truly move forward, right? So we're getting into the more vulnerable, fearful side of themselves and the comfort zone that we're not necessarily, it's going to be hard to let go of. So that's card number three. So we're bouncing next to card number four, the shift, right? What self-belief will allow me to grow, right? To move forward. And so we have the Page of Cups, which is really very appropriate, actually. Now, the Page of Cups, once again, a Cups card. This is the third Cups for this. I love it. So what is Cups? It's emotion, right? It's relationships. And once again, relationship with oneself. And this one, if you'll notice, there's the two hands here, which represents very much self-love. Once again, the personal light here, right? But then you've got the when pigs fly, do you really believe that you can? Is it a self-belief? Do you believe you can really move forward from this? Can you let go of all the things that are not working for you in your life and that you need to move on from and let go of? Are you capable? Do you believe that you can? Do you believe that you can truly move forward and make your dreams come true? Often this card is a self-belief thing of, am I able? It could be a few things, but this is what's kind of hitting me about this card: believing in ourselves, that we can do whatever we put our minds to. We just need to choose. And it really is about choice. If we don't choose it, it's never going to happen. So that's card number 4. And for the final, last but not least, card, we have the shift, right? And so, what self belief will allow me to grow? So, what do we replace all that with? We looked at that we need to believe that, have take care of that personal connection, look inward for our answers and our solutions. It probably started at all of this limiting beliefs, and it's not working for us, right? Probably started in a more innocent part of our lives in a younger age. And then you've got the thief in the night that, like, you've got to make sure that you will see what's not serving you, and get rid of the things that are not good for you in your life anymore, keeping you from moving forward. Then you've got to believe that you can do it, right? In the 4th card, believe that anything you want to do, you will be able to do. You just got to choose and put your mind to it. And then the last one, the shift, what self-belief will allow me to grow? And we have the High Priestess. So once again, standing firmly in who we are, looking inwards, believing that we are completely abundant, replacing the limiting beliefs with unlimited self-belief, and be able to truly trust ourselves, get familiar with our own intuition and what we want and what we don't want, and figuring what that is, and allowing ourselves, right, to go through that process and figuring it out. So there you go. Card number 5. That's a really beautiful reading. Yeah, about reconnecting. It was somewhere in the more innocent, more happy-go-lucky part of your life that limiting belief kind of came in and is an intruder. Now you've got to face it, look at it, let go of all the things that are keeping you from moving forward towards your goal, towards your dreams. Believe that you can do it. Totally lean all the way in and persevere and keep on, whether it's scary or not, and it will be scary, right? Change is scary. And so the last but not least is truly like standing in your dreams and making sure that you're confident in what you want, and in that, intuitive, very natural, High Priestess is very nurturing, but very strong and very constant. And so being that way with yourself so that you can be that way with others, and be that way towards reaching your goals and your dreams. Beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any other questions about tarot spreads, come on my social media, or you can even message me here, I believe, on YouTube. But I have an account. Darkness and Light Tarot is the name of my account on TikTok, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram. And then on Facebook, I am April Kelly, and you can find me there as well. But you can find me on Facebook through Darkness and Light Tarot as well, and you'll find my account. I hope you enjoyed my video today. If you like my comment, please like and subscribe. It's always so appreciate your support. And I will see you on Thursday at the same time, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will still be in Quebec, so you will see me in Quebec. Bye, guys. And once again, I'm going to press stop here. I'm sorry, I'm having a few technical difficulties. Thank you for joining me today. Take care.